let's get started. All right, guys. This is DarkM on the mic for Esports Hawaii, and I got the man himself, GSM slash Team Brult, VoiD with me. How's
Yeah,
it going,
nice.
VoiD?
It's going pretty good, Bobby.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking time out of your schedule to do this impromptu video interview. Let's get right down to business. Time is of the essence. Just a quick background for the people that are getting into the scene, may not know who you are. Can you tell us how you kind of got into Smash? What started your
Um,
competitive journey?
well, I kind of played Smash casually throughout high school, but I started watching combo videos from GSM, and when I found out that they lived in Hawaii, I realized that not only was there a Smash scene here, but there's a Smash scene that I want to be a part of.
Mm-hmm.
So I reached out to them, and that was around 2012, January 2012. That was when I started trying to become really good at Smash Bros.
Yeah. Yeah, shouts to GSM. They got the word out and they brought you into the scene pretty much. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just so happened that they lived like in the same area as you, more or
Yeah,
less.
it was really coincidental, but it was I feel like I lucked out, honestly. But it was really good.
Mm-hmm.
It helped a lot in my future.
I don't know. I'm also the opinion that great players are tend to be born from great opportunity, and yeah, everything lined up really nice for you. Um,
Yeah.
okay, so you played a little bit of Brawl, and were you using basically your favorite characters, and you weren't really trying to use the tier list too much?
Yeah, I really liked playing Marth, and I had a lot of fun with like just his general spacing habits.
Mm-hmm.
I I think when I started was when people were throwing out the Meta Knight ban, so I kind of strayed away from even like playing or learning that character. But I had a lot of fun playing Marth, and then near the end of Brawl's lifespan, I played some Ice Climbers.
Okay.
So yeah,
Okay, so in this game though, Smash 4, whole new game, whole new ball game. Ice Climbers ain't even in the game anymore.
yeah.
So are you still using your favorites? Because you're using some pretty strong characters right now.
Um, I know like in Brawl and Brawl Minus, I actually played Sheik.
Hmm.
So I have a lot of fun playing Sheik. She's not really like a favorite character of mine because I didn't play the game that she came from, but I like her place in the Smash Brothers series. And I did play Rosalina. I always thought Rosalina was pretty cool because I played her in Mario Kart Wii,
Hmm.
but I kind of strayed away from her, I guess, because she's a bit weaker in my eyes.
Hmm.
So I'm more so going for the characters I like, but the stronger versions of the
Okay.
characters I like.
Okay, hold that thought on Rosalina. We're gonna get back to her in a second. But I wanna focus on Sheik right now because okay, so you said
Yeah,
that she's not really your super favorite character, not like how it's like some of us are like, oh, I gotta main Mario or I gotta main
yeah.
Luigi or whatever. Okay, so if Sheik was not that good and Rosalina for in whatever universe didn't exist, what would you do? Would you look for another character that you really felt that you worked well with, or would you try to tier whore? What would your course of action be?
I actually really like the way I play Sheik. Like I have a lot of fun just doing a lot of mix-ups and baity options. So I think I would still play Sheik, but I might over time end up straying towards a more higher tiered character for tournament use. But I feel like at this early stage of the game, even if Sheik wasn't that strong, I might still be using Sheik.
Okay, that's about the answer I thought I was gonna get, and I respect that. I respect that. I've done the same thing, for Brawl. So now back to Rosalina. Rosalina Cole Olimar main got second at the biggest Smash
Yeah.
4 tournament so far. He beat so many different characters that were really, really strong. Has your opinion on the character changed after that result?
Actually, I think my opinion changed on what was supposed to be day one of Apex because I actually money matched the Buzz.
Oh, okay.
And just like playing his Rosa, he was emitting a lot of pressure, and his punish game was really on point. So I feel like at this point in the meta, Rosa is actually really strong. Like probably top 7 character wise at worst. But I feel maybe over time she might end up not being as great of a character. But at this early stage of the meta, Rosalina is really strong because her punish game, you have to play really on point to beat a Rosalina, and that's what makes her really scary.
Yeah, I definitely agree. My respect for the Buzz went through the roof after
Yes.
seeing his run. He played really, really well, and I think a lot of it is because Rosalina forces you to play a different way, in a
Yes.
sense. You have to be a little bit more respectful. Okay, so good to know. Good to know. I feel the same way. Now let's talk about Apex as a whole. It was your first real big tournament out of state or big
Yeah.
tournament period. Uh, how did you enjoy yourself?
Except for all the day one shenanigans, Apex as a whole was really fun.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Is there something from Apex that you noticed that was really, really good that TOs should be taking note of, that they should be implementing?
TOs, they like, well, it was more so like there wasn't exactly TOs for like the first day. There were just technically POs, so like pool officials, everybody running their specific pool, and they were really strict just like on
Yeah.
how they were running it, and that was really respectful. Even though, because there was a lot of people that were just trying to get friendlies off whenever they could on any station, and that was slowing down the tournament time. So the pool officials would like just be super strict on them, just like be like, you can't be playing friendlies right now. Get off the station, or I'm gonna have to call someone.
Okay.
And just like being being so like down to business, just getting everything done. That's probably the best thing that I saw. Aside from them completely getting a new venue and everything in one day, like outside of that, yeah,
Okay.
running the tournament, they were just down to business. They kept everything going on point.
Okay. And my last question regarding Apex in general is that you went pretty deep. By the way, congratulations. Just outside the top 32. Really
Yeah.
impressive. That is the highest placing a Hawaii player has gotten, I think, at a out-of-state tournament to this
Yeah.
date. I believe the last one was Tomahawk, who got like 50th or something like that.
Oh, wow.
It might have been a little bit higher, but yeah, shout outs to Tomahawk, by the way. Okay, so last question is, what was your most memorable set or match on your way up the bracket for Apex?
Probably just facing Zero.
The champ. Yeah.
Yes, because he was in my pool, and I did do a lot of Diddy practice just going into it, but just like it wasn't that the match itself was super hype or like super memorable, but it's just like from facing him, I you could just tell how much effort you put into the game reflects in your gameplay. And I didn't like get completely bodied. I took one of his stocks in 2 separate games, but it was a really humbling experience because it showed me like this is what like a player who puts a lot of time into Smash Bros looks like. And you could tell that Zero like really wanted to be really good at Smash Bros.
Yeah, you could really tell that he wanted it this year. It slipped out of his fingers previous year in Brawl, and I really feel like he wanted that redemption. So good, good. I'm really glad that you drew him in your pool too, because I knew that that would be a really good learning experience for you. Okay, so let's take a break from Apex. We're gonna switch over to the Hawaii scene real quick. So the Hawaii scene right now is basically you at the top. You're the king. There's no dispute. You've won every tournament. You've only lost 2 sets, and they were very close either way. And I would say behind you is LT, Lethal Trilogy.
Yes.
He's probably a solid number 2, no question. And then aside from that, there's like a couple other people that are kind of mulled together, like probably like K-Bai, Kenny Poo, myself, and maybe Mr. A. I don't know. He hasn't really placed well. He didn't play last time, so I don't know. But he did place like top 3, top 4 recently.
Yeah.
So then there's like a whole bunch of people that are kind of gray in a gray area. Do you think that there's anyone in that gray area that could potentially get up there and start making some third place money, some fourth place money?
I honestly do think Soot has potential, just because he plays really smart. Like whenever I face him, it's just like he sets up a lot of traps, and I really like that about his gameplay.
Hmm.
Mm, who else? It's hard for me to say because we recently had a Smash Fest at like PC Gamers,
Hmm.
and a lot of people are trying to play new characters
Ah, yes,
because
yes.
after Apex they realize like, oh, this character's good, this character's good.
Yeah.
So I don't know how they stand with these new characters. Like even Soot, he might end up playing Sheik. He was playing a lot of Sheik in friendlies.
Okay.
So it's difficult for me to tell.
Okay. If there is any advice that you could give to people that are trying to break out, trying to get that money, what would you advise to them?
Don't be discouraged. Like if you're not going into a match with confidence, then you already lost like half the battle because you won't be playing correctly. You won't be thinking correctly. You won't like your emotions will get all distraught. Just not having confidence in your own play will lead to your own demise. And confidence in your own play, that's the one thing that you know for sure. Like you know what you're capable of. And you can't limit yourself to be like, oh, I'm capable of doing this, so I can't beat this guy. That's not how you should think. You should think, I'm capable of doing this, and this is like that's set in stone what you can do. So whatever happens, like you're in control. Don't think it's the other person's game. Like you still control half the game, and that
Yeah.
that is a lot.
Yeah, preach, man. That is truth. That is very, very true. Um, and I really think that that's what sets you apart from a lot of the players here. You're able to take yourself into that zone and to just, focus on the moment, focus on your play.
Mm.
And you crack very, very rarely, if at all, from what I've seen. Um, and if you do take a lump here and there, you automatically adjust and you go back.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely good advice. Okay, so we're getting to the ending of our interview. A few more questions. Speaking of change, custom moves. After Apex, a lot of places have been pushing for custom moves, and
Yeah.
like particularly in New York, there's been a bunch of people that have been trying to spread customs to a bunch of other tournaments. I believe Team Spooky's bi-weekly Smash Attack will have custom moves next time.
Oh, wow.
Um, Okay, so do you think it's a good thing that they're pushing for customs? For potentially Evo is probably the goal, right? To get it to Evo. Do you think this is a good thing?
I think I think it could be because right now, like a lot of people don't enjoy watching Diddy, and
Yeah.
that's kind of a big thing.
Only if Melee's
And
coming up they
yeah,
enjoyed Diddy. Yeah.
and then whatchamacallits, on the fake first day, so to speak, the
Hmm.
day where the venue got changed, I actually went to a hotel room with a Dunno bro, and he's a heavy pusher for custom moves. And I talked to him about it, and there's a lot of people that actually like custom moves, which is kind of surprising because in the Hawaii community, we liked custom moves, but the top players wanted to follow the mainland, so it kind of caused a dispute. But if a lot of the players want custom moves, and custom moves would change how the spectators view the game, I think it would be very healthy for the community.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm kind of for custom moves at this point, and I would like to see how custom moves change the meta that's sitting right now in normal Smash Bros. For the Wii U.
Yeah, only time will tell, really. I mean, luckily
Yeah.
they will be getting some exposure now, so that's a good thing. Um, do you think that if customs don't make it to Evo though, that'll basically be it for it? That'll be the end of the dream.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so
It'll
too.
be
Yeah.
it'll be like people will still try to push for it, but people just won't care.
The case will
Like,
be too strong already. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Okay. Last couple questions. Let's talk about. I want to talk about your practice regimen. You said you could tell how much time Zero put into the game, and it showed in
Mm.
his play. Do you have some sort of loose practice schedule or goal every week?
Um, on my way to Apex, I played for like at least 3 hours, and not counting those 3 hours, I would take another 30 minutes until however long I wanted, practicing my own tech skill and mobility. So I did put a lot of time just to getting myself better,
Okay.
and yeah, it shows. It shows.
Yeah. Do you plan to practice since you've obviously met people at Apex? Do you plan to ever try to practice with them online, on Wi-Fi? I know obviously she can be very tricky to play on Wi-Fi because
Yeah.
a lot of buffering things can go wrong and stuff like that. You can get forward smash when you want short hop forward air and stuff like that. But do you have plans to maybe try to keep the mainland experience or the high level player experience going with online play?
I thought about it a lot when I was at Apex, and I feel like practicing on Wi-Fi wouldn't be too detrimental. So I will probably start playing a lot more Wi-Fi at this point.
Hmm. And on the topic of Wi-Fi, I understand that you'll be streaming soon in the near future.
Yes, I will be setting up a stream and
Uh,
just
do you have a stream name
like
planned out already, or?
um probably just GSM VoiD.
Okay. I'm sorry, I cut you off. Please go on.
Oh, oh, like I feel like for streaming, I know one thing that I guess really good at. I'm really good at abusing a lot of texts, and I can possibly find new texts on my own. So that's one thing that I want to bring from my own stream. Just showing people how to use texts, like advanced techniques in this game. Because I feel like even though like a character can be really strong stale, just like not necessarily stale, but like being really strong just playing their own game, there's always like that one moment where an advanced technique could win you like the game, win you the
Yeah.
set, win you a tournament. And I feel like if more people are aware of that moment, then we might just be seeing more events where that does happen. And I feel like that would be really hype. And I enjoy knowing that these options are possible. So I'd hope to spread that to the community.
Yeah, like the a good example of that would be that one frame of vulnerability on the ledge.
Yeah.
I think that in the moment where you can apply that, I think a lot of things are going to be possible, and I see a lot of people already trying
Yes.
to take advantage of it. Um, okay, so last question before we wrap it up. What is the future for GSM VoiD for this year? What plans do you have to travel? Obviously, Evo must be on the table for you.
Yeah. Um my future right now is gonna be I'm gonna try my best to dedicate it towards making the Hawaii community better. That's what I want to do with like my immediate future leading up to Evo, because we talked to a lot of other like higher level smashers about their smash scene at home, and they said some people, not counting the East Coast, like the tri-state, they can get like 100 people weekly, which is pretty crazy.
Hmm.
But like West Coast, Texas, they'll get like 50 people every week in their weeklies or bi-weeklies. And Hawaii, we have about the same amount of people right now. So I feel like if we were to put in the effort and to be led in the right direction, Hawaii could have as strong of a Smash scene as any other state. And it's it's kind of never been done before. So I'm really excited to see where it goes. But that's where I'd like to put my time into. Because if the Hawaii scene gets better, then I'll get better with them because I'll be facing harder people. And all in all, I feel like that'll help my own play along with helping my community.
Yeah, for sure, man. And believe me, Hawaii is very proud to have you as, that guy right now. Because the fact that you got so deep at Apex, I mean, you don't get that far playing bad
Yeah.
players. So it's a win for all of us in a way. So we're very proud of you for your run at Apex. And yeah, I'm very excited to see what we could do. It's been tried to get the scene going, and then, after a couple years, it kind of goes down and it never really recovers. But we'll see how
Yeah.
long we can keep this going. And hopefully with content like this and with everyone, maybe if we could travel to Evo and represent again, that'll be more fire for the community. Is there anything that you'd like to say before we sign off this interview? Because we are basically finished.
I'll just tell people don't give up when it comes to playing Smash. Like even if you don't see improvement because like you have a training partner and that same person keeps beating you, that doesn't mean you're not getting better. Like you can you'll see improvement in your own play over time. It's not just gonna happen.
Hmm.
So you can't expect things to change immediately, and you can't expect your results against one or two people to explain how good you are as like a person in Smash Bros.
Okay.
So just be confident in yourself.
All right. Well, I want to thank you again, VoiD, taking time out of your schedule to come out and have this talk with me. A lot of very good answers, a lot of things that I'm happy to hear from you that you are learning and that you are fired up.
Mm.
And I'm really looking forward to seeing you at KCON. You're gonna be tearing through that bracket at KCON, and I'm gonna be very looking forward to your matches against the guest players. But yeah, that's gonna wrap up this interview. Again, for VoiD, I am DarkMusician, and thank you very much for watching. See ya.